and damaging it, and you've got some waterlog damage, and it's certainly not the most ideal. You've got railing sides that are completely torn off now.
Right.
And as he's coming down, he actually, just slams and kicks down while he's riding down on one of the ropes into the back of this really tall pirate bull. And for a moment there, he thinks he's just going to bounce off because this is a huge guy.
Mm-hmm.
Manages to, knock him forward while he's taking care of the other ones. And when he's fighting Bull, he actually kicks his knee so hard that it pops, but he's still standing.
Oh.
Evades a blow, notices that he's got this bandage around his head. And funny story, bandage is actually on his head because, his ear is a little bit injured. When he was going in to check on the boy Lex, the king's nephew, he actually had taken a piece of the rafters down and slammed it into the side of his head.
Ouch.
Kid's pretty BA, for like a 13-year-old. He was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna cry about this. I'm just gonna find whatever I need to survive this.
Kid's got some bronze balls.
Reminds me of when I was 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Very similar.
Slamming people in the head with 2x4s.
Yeah, you got it. That's how I roll.
Oh yeah, there was another part I forgot in here. Rythan actually had the girl he'd kidnapped, some time before, and pretty much had her as his personal sex slave. After that scene with Buyar Cholik and his pride was hurt, he pretty much kept pissing her off until, she attacked him. And when she did that, it was really rather surprising to him because she actually latched on and bit and tore a chunk out of his throat.
Oh.
Really close to, ripping out the jugular, but she missed. He, just stabs her, holds her in place, just in case she's faking it. He says, well, I'm doing this because I've actually done this and to somebody before. Somebody stabbed him in the past. He faked death and then managed to kill him afterwards.
Damn.
So he waited until the body went limp and cold and dropped it to the floor.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it, Twilight.
Yeah. Like I say, this is after they had sex too. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's a pretty crazy scene.
I think Twilight would have been a lot more successful if Edward had done that to Bella. Had sex with her and it just ripped her to pieces.
Took a nice chunk out of her throat.
I don't need you anymore.
You said you wanted to be a vampire.
Yeah, but
You told me to bite harder.
Yeah, like I say, I was telling you about this earlier. Amidst the fighting, Derek has to fight Rythan for a minute. Rythan is actually just as skilled, if not more so, than he is, driving him back. And when Bull gets up, he's just in a rage. Runs forward, complete reckless abandon. Rythan has to back up, even though he told Bull to stay back. And when Bull does it, you have this moment where he swings, he misses. Derek literally does a flip onto his shoulders and back and leaps up onto the rope rigging where Matt and the boy were, so that they were being hoisted up.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much a good place to stop for now.
So they saved the kid?
Well, they're still in the thick of it, but for the most part it looks that way.
Ah, leaving us a cliffhanger for next time, huh?
That's right.
Alrighty then. Cool. I guess next up, we're going to skip D2 this week again, because we kind of want a short show, and we got a lot to talk about, news-wise, community feedback-wise. So we're going to get into it. Let's start out with news. Ken, I'll hand you the reins.
Wicked. So we got some more Facebook picture posts, some new screenshots.
Yep.
Concept art. Blizzard continually listening to the Worldstone Keep.
That's right.
A couple of nice ones.
Sending us some high-res one via email,
That's right.
That's a good sign.
For those who were curious, Bashiok requested all of our email addresses on the show via the forums, which brought us a lot of new listeners because a lot of websites out there, Diablo.incgamers and a few other ones, foreign sites, DiabloFans.com, they have blue post trackers, which pretty much track when there's a blue post. They post on their website. So people who don't frequent the actual Diablo 3 forums, the official ones, who just visit the other sites, they saw the blue post and they're like, oh, hey, there's a Diablo podcast, let's check it out. And we got a ton of new hits. Broke some new records. The most hits we got in a single day, our previous record was like 300 and something. It shot up to 1,245.
4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
awesome.
always remember the original 8.
The day that Blue Post went live, it was 1,184, which broke that record, and then the day after that, March 8th, it broke 1,245. So now we're on over 22,500 views on the blog, and a
Wow.
ridiculous amount of people downloaded episode 17 from the blog, the last show. So we got a lot of new listeners from that. But email-wise, why you wanted our email is because I guess we're considered a media outlet of sorts, or like a fan site, I guess you would call it.
A legit fan site.
Yeah, he just sent us the high-res images that they released for the 650,000 milestone of fans on their Facebook page.
It means we're on the list.
We're
Right
on the
now
list.
it's screenshots. Later it's, cocaine and hookers.
Oh, I'm so excited for the hookers. I've dried up all the ones here.
On the list.
Pardon?
We're on the list.
On the list. Sixon actually guessed it right. There was a lot of speculation as to why he would want it, but Sixon called it.
My
I was
favorite-
wrong. It turns out I was wrong with
that
my
never
guess.
happens.
I was expecting Bashiok to offer us a really nice sandwich that
I
they
was
found
so
in the staff room,
disappointed.
and no sandwich. So
Conan. It's a
Yeah,
delicious
There's
sandwich.
always a future.
No, my favorite was people saying it was him securing us in the beta. That made me laugh.
Yeah.
Dare to dream.
I know. Dare to dream. If only. Oh, I want you guys to come in the friends and family testing now. You guys are
we
not my
trust you.
buddies.
We don't know you or anything, but here. Just a couple
he just wanted to add us to Real ID.
He wanted to take us all out to lunch, get us to know us, become our friends.
You'll
That's
have a
right.
heck of a drive to get here.
Oh, well, shoot. I hope you have a block heater. He's coming from California. If you're coming up to Canada, you better get a block heater in that car. It's not going to last at night.
Yeah,
It is so
will
cold.
not turn on tomorrow morning.
Oh.
So
So yeah, the two pictures he sent us. One was of the Treasure Seeker, which is the little mob. I think we mentioned him in that breakdown video we did.
mhm.
Absolutely.
There's been a lot of discussion actually with that guy, and for people who missed it, since that post, people have been wondering like, who is this guy, and even people who went to BlizzCon apparently never ran into him, which is weird because I ran into him a bunch of times. So basically, how that guy works, just if anyone's curious, you beat on him, he runs away.
Oh man, I just read the Bashiok update.
Yep.
Did any of you actually play Golden Axe?
No.
That was
Not a lot.
That was one of my favorite Sega games. I'm sorry, I just had to put that out.
I played a game similar to it. I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, so apparently it's based off of one of the guys from Golden Axe. But
Right.
yeah, so you beat on him, he drops loot.
Up to like 20 times, right?
Well, Bashik, he was going off of his memory but it wasn't so much that you hit him 20 times and he drops 20 pieces of loot. He has 20 pieces of loot in total. How it's set that he drops them, I think it has to do with what percentage of health. But basically, if you one-shot him, he'll drop all 20 pieces right there.
Oh, snap.
That's awesome.
So if you kill him in 5 hits, between that, he'll drop them all. Usually when I was hitting him, he was mostly just dropping gold, and when I
Right.
killed him, it's just like opening one of those golden chests in Diablo 2 and Act 2.
Okay.
It's just like, he's like one of those, but he books it, and if you don't kill him in time, he actually disappears.
Right, he opens like a little portal that
Yeah,
he's
he
trying to
opens-
run through.
Which is funny, because I didn't actually realize he did that until I got home from the con, because I don't fail, and I killed all of them. I seriously had no idea he actually could get away.
Listen to you.
No.
Bash did say it was easier for casters to take down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because you can just range poke him.
Yep.
But yeah, no, he's pretty cool. pretty cool. I like it because it adds like a little bit of a dynamic to the game. It was like, oh, there's a treasure seeker. Okay, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and suicide bum rush that guy and just take him out. It was like, you know what, I'm gonna run. Like, he runs through mobs, so you literally, like, if you're chasing him down, and there's some instances you're literally like dodging guys to get him, and then you'll find yourself completely surrounded, but totally worth it.
That's awesome.
Which makes me also think about how he's going to play out in hardcore. Have fun with that.
I can just imagine all the people who were dead because of a treasure seeker.
Yeah. They should keep that statistic.
Treasure seeker! Oh my god, treasure seeker! Gotta get him!
Get him!
Never mind the 50 vessels being conjured right now.
Yeah. So I think that the biggest thing that people were worried about with this guy was that you could build it so that you hit him lightly a lot of times for him to drop like better loot. He doesn't drop better loot the more you hit him.
He's just got a set 20 pieces.
Yeah, like he spawns with like, this is what he's going to drop, or like as you're beating on him, he randomly drops stuff. Like, it's not getting better as you hit him. There's no need to poke at him a lot with like really low damage hits. That's
own him, one shot him.
Because if you do that, he's going to disappear, and you're not going to get the huge payload.
Peace.
So now people who are interested in seeing that video and kind of hearing our original thoughts on it, they can go back to episode 11.5 in the archives. It's presently our only video installment at the moment, but that's so that's on Blip TV,
right.
Worldstone Keep, or just on the blog in the archives 11.5.
Right, and there's a link on the blog. It's theworldstonekeep.wordpress.com. So check that out if you so please.
Exactly.
And I think I'm gonna try and set up a YouTube account sometime soon here and get everything up on there.
There's a lot of people that use YouTube, I hear.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people who want to stream the episode instead of download it, and I have like the past 3 or 4 episodes up on Blip TV also, but you can't really like skip to different parts or like, yeah, it's just weird. So I'm gonna use YouTube for that instead. So look for that in the future.
Cool.
The second piece is a screenshot from the game, and these will both be in the show notes along with other things that we talk about on the show. But it's of the monk in the desert shooting some, I don't know what it looks like.
Fighting a bunch of fallen.
Yeah, fighting a bunch of fallen in the desert.
Yeah, it's nothing
fallen
hugely
shaman.
special, but it's a nice action shot.
What are those dead beasties called?
What are the fallen dogs called?
Eat.
'Cause
Mongrels?
They look like they're missing some heads.
EXP.
In fact,
Oh
for
yeah,
kills.
you're right.
one of the
Loot
fallen
bags.
is missing a head too.
And you can see over there on the right of the monk, it could be one of the heads.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
down
there's
in the
one.
bottom
Yeah.
middle corner, there's some parts as well.
Oh, I see exploded body parts. This is exciting.
One of the nice good things about this is it's a really good shot of the female monk who we haven't been getting. We're getting more
male
exposure
monk.
To her. Is it?
Yep.
It is
What?
the male
Yeah,
monk.
it's the male
I
monk.
made the same mistake as well because the
Yeah.
clothing is a little odd.
Well, there's this little blip right by his head that looks like kind of like a little ponytail. That dude is actually definitely a dude and bald.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll be able to see it in nice detail in the high-res version that we got
Oh,
from
yeah.
Bashiok.
You know what's fun? You take high-res versions of this, make them full screen, and just hit the pause button and pretend that you're actually pausing. I actually tricked someone with that. I was watching the B-roll footage, and they're like, I just started like spamming the keyboard and mouse as they came in like, holy crap, what game are you playing? I was like, oh,
Diablo 3, yo! Be jealous.
I was pretending. I'm desperate.
Unplug the keyboard and mouse, keep the charade going.
That's right.
Owned! Wait, where did those 3 come from?
Why does it keep changing scenes?
Shut up, just
Love
go with
load.
it.
I'm really
teleportal.
good.
Teleport.
Teleport.
I'm playing 3 copies at once.
Those are
Just
my
time it.
friends.
I'll tab.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are family and friends.
Um,
I must say, though, this screenshot is really excellent because you can actually tell the mutilated corpses are a little bit different than one of the ones we've seen before.
yeah, they're putting a lot of detail into death. and it's very satisfying.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to really upgrade my computer. That's okay. I've been preparing for this moment for a while.
That's why I bought my beast. My beast loves me.